Anytime the name Rocks D Xebec gets mentioned amongst the fandom when it comes to the One Piece community, people always tell me that he's the father of Red Hair Shanks, the Yonko, the man who was, of course, hyped up in chapter 1001 to great heights. And I honestly, personally, don't understand the connection between Shanks and Rocks. If it does happen, kudos to that, but I personally never seen it like that. Another one they always tell me is Marshall D. Teach, Blackbeard. They have complete different names. So like he's Rocks D Xebec, he's Marshall D. Teach, but that still isn't stopping me, of course, from believing. I just personally feel like Blackbeard got inspired from Rocks. I don't think it was more of a blood-related stuff. I think the same way that Blackbeard is inspired by Rocks is also the same way that Luffy is inspired by Roger. Because the thing is, you never see Blackbeard actually mention Roger. He wants to become the Pirate King, but he never mentions Roger. I think that's a very intriguing thing that Ichiro Oda, the man who made One Piece, actually included. Now, me personally, Monkey D. Dragon is someone that no one has mentioned. Like, Monkey D. Dragon has a startling similar appearance to Rocks D Xebec. Yes, they have different names, but that hasn't stopped two characters from being related, like Goldie Roger and Porcus D. Ace. Names don't matter when it comes to Ichiro Oda connecting two characters. And if Monkey D. Dragon is the son of Rocks, people are saying, what about Garp? Like, are you crazy right now? Garp is already confirmed to be the father of Dragon. Well, hear me out, guys. There's some dark truth to this that I really want to discuss. This is probably the more dark video for the fans of One Piece, but let's just get to it. Make sure you guys don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're so close to 80,000 subscribers. Hitting 80K would be such an amazing, monumental moment. So let's try to get 80,000 very, very quick. Make sure you guys like the video. Let's try to get 500 likes for this video. And turn on notifications because I got some big videos to end off January 2021. We're not sleeping like Blackbeard. Now, I'm not saying that Monkey D. Garp has no relation to Monkey D. Dragon or Monkey D. Luffy. I actually personally believe that Monkey D. Garp is blood related to Monkey D. Luffy, and I feel like I've always felt that way. So you're probably thinking, isn't that a contradiction to say that Garp is not the father of Dragon, but Luffy is blood related to Garp? Well, here's how I see it. When it comes to Garp and his relation, I feel like it's similar to a sense where Ace, Sabo, and Luffy were all brothers, but there was no blood related there, right? I feel it's the same way how Garp was the grandfather of Ace, but there was no blood relation there. I think that Garp is looked at like a father for Monkey D. Dragon. Like, he sees Garp as a father because Garp is there for him as a father figure, but I personally don't believe that Dragon and Garp are actually blood related. And I personally believe that still Luffy is blood related to Garp, and I'm going to explain this in this video. I know you guys are confused, but hear me out, guys, please. Gold D. Roger, something that I found extremely interesting that rarely gets brought up, is that he went to the final island, Lodestar, 39 years ago. This is way before he became Pirate King. The fact that he made it all the way to the underground line and did not know where to go, like, because he couldn't find Raftel, is a monumental feat, guys. So the fact that 39 years ago he went to the final island, Lodestar, and of course was stumped, that leads of course to Roger and Garp 38 years ago fighting Rocks in the Rocks Pirates, the incredibly powerful Rocks Pirates. I feel like you gotta understand the fact that he fought Rocks like a year after he found the final island shows that Roger is just on some next level greatness. Now look at Monkey D. Dragon. Monkey D. Dragon was born 55 years ago. This would make him around 17, the same age Luffy went out in the East Blue and started his pirate journey to become the Pirate King. I think in the age 17, the fact that it's his Luffy and Dragon, of course, his father and son, there's a big connection here. We know One Piece is all about destiny, connections, and many other things. Now, I also want to say this. Kaido was given his fruit around the same time that Rocks fell. Big Mom, of course, said that I gave you the fruit ability the same time Rocks fell. This is something that is extremely important, and I personally feel like has connections to Dragon as well. A lot of crazy stuff, guys, so stay with me. One thing I've always noticed is when it comes to the Yonko, and there's a lot of the great pirates, they all have interacted with each other. We know Kozuki Oden has clashes with, of course, Kaido, Roger, Whitebeard. We know, of course, and probably Rayleigh too in that battle. We know, of course, that like Shanks, Kaido, Big Mom, Whitebeard, Roger, Rocks, like just Garp, all these guys have had interactions, but I rarely hear Monkey D. Dragon have any sort of interaction with other pirates or the Marines, and that's why people are extremely excited to see this character in action. He's the most wanted man. He has a lot of hype, but like there's not really a lot to go off of when it comes to Dragon. Now recently we did see Dragon interact with Blackbeard, and that was a big deal. I feel like the fact that it's Blackbeard, a new up-and-comer, interacting with Dragon is very, very important. I think that should be highlighted. I feel like Dragon is similar to Rocks in a sense. You know how Rocks did a lot of taboo of the world, He wanted to become the king of the world, and he knew a lot of the secrets, and he was a Will D, and the government tried to hide Rocks from like everyone being part of history. I think Dragon is at that same upper echelons where he's done a lot of things. Like, he's the Revolutionary Army going strictly against the world government. He knows a lot of things. They don't really want to publicize Dragon when it comes to his interactions and whatnot. So that's me personally what I see. Now I want to say this: Luffy, Roger, Whitebeard, Shanks, and Oden all have had connections and interactions and whatnot, but Rocks D Xebec has had no connection, of course, to Luffy. But he was, of course, put in that situation where Kaido said, "Oh, are you as great as these pirates? Like, how high is your ceiling?" I feel like there's a reason for that, because Rocks' connection is going to be introduced in this actual Wano battle. Now, I mentioned how I personally believe that Garp has no blood relations to Monkey D. Dragon, but I do think that he has blood relations to Monkey D. Luffy. The reason why I'm saying that is because I wouldn't be surprised if in a situation of Garp taking out Rocks, his son was taken in by Garp. Garp is known to do this. Why? Maybe that's why Roger knew that Garp would do it. He says, "I know you'll take in my son," because he knows that Garp has done it before with Dragon, and that's Rocks' son. And that could be a situation where, of course, Dragon might have interacted with maybe Garp's daughter, and maybe that's how Garp is blood related to Luffy, because Luffy's mother is actually Garp's daughter, and that would make the Monkey D from his mom's side, not from his father's side. Because if it was from his father's side, you all see with the title, it would be Rocks D, and that would definitely be a scary sight. Now, we all know Garp has a hatred for Shanks. Of course, for Shanks turning Luffy into a pirate. But what if there was a more deeper hatred for the reason why Garp is not like Shanks? We saw this at that Marineford moment. I think maybe Shanks knows that Luffy is the grandson of Rocks D Xebec. The fact that he met up with the Gorosei and said he wants to talk about a certain pirate, maybe he wants to talk about the connection there between Rocks, because the Gorosei, of course, know all things that are being hidden, because they're the main reason why things are being hidden. Oh man, and that's why Garp is always like looking at Shanks like, damn, this guy knows a lot of stuff. He was with the Roger Pirates. He knows a lot of the history. He came to literally Whitebeard to talk about Blackbeard. Like, Shanks is heavily involved when it comes to the lore of the One Piece community. Not community, but the One Piece real, like, actual Grand Line community. I think the perfect time for them to drop this crazy bombshell would be if Kaido and Big Mom are there reminiscing about Rocks, and out of nowhere they mention how Dragon was the son of Rocks. In a sense, that would be crazy. We know Dragon has no hype to his past. The fact that Dragon has the only hype to his past we know of Dragon is that he was at the Roger's execution, and that's when he made his move. Man, oh man. And I personally feel like it would be a crazy thing, because it would definitely mention the whole situation of how Rocks has the same power as Luffy that Mihawk talked about. Mihawk talked about how Luffy has this power to bring people around him for this great cause. And Rocks having that same power with Whitebeard, Big Mom, Kaido, Shiki, Captain John, Zhang Wuzi, like all these characters, Silver Axe, like honestly, Rocks has all these goats under him. And of course they all were fighting amongst each other, but the fact that they were a faction and this money scheme faction, I think that takes a lot of hype to Rocks, the fact that he was able to do this. And Luffy, we know he has that power. Look at Wano right now. He has, in this battle, he has used this kid, Law, of course, his Vice Captain Zoro, and Killer, fighting these monsters in Kaido and Big Mom, helping him out. And of course, we know under the rooftop, he still has amongst many characters helping him out. What I'm trying to say is Luffy and Rocks have a similarity. I think similarities are cool and all, but having a blood relation would definitely turn this One Piece story from a, of course, interesting to a dark side, because then people would have put a dark, how to say this, cloud over Luffy. Yes, he's the grandson of Garp, the hero of the Marines, but he's also the grandson of Rocks, the man who wants to become king of the world. This guy has a very, very half 50-50 look side of things. I know people wanted me to say, oh, Luffy's mother is a celestial dragon. Luffy's mother is a celestial dragon. I personally think that would be cool and all, but I think a lot of hype will have him having Rocks and Monkey D. Garp as his grandfathers. And of course, that would definitely, in my personal opinion, make a hype for Dragon, because Dragon would be the son of Rocks. Dragon would also have hype when it comes to when he invades and to save Rasabo. So many cool stuff could be added to this element. But that's pretty much my thoughts on this whole connection of Garp, Rocks, Monkey D. Dragon, and Monkey D. Luffy. If honestly, you can start calling him Rocks D. Luffy. Now, me personally, if he is the grandson of Rocks, if Dragon's true name is Rocks D. Dragon, I mentioned how Rocks might have had the Delve Fruit ability of Kaido, the mythical dragon, and maybe that's the reason why Dragon's name is Dragon. That could be a crazy twist, but all in all, if Dragon is a son of Rocks, I'm not gonna change how I call Luffy. Like, I still call him Porcus D Ace, even though it's Gold D Ace. I'm gonna call Luffy Monkey D Luffy to the end of time. I don't care who his grandfather is, so I'm not gonna call him Rocks D Luffy. You guys see the title? That was a special occasion for this video. But what I'm saying is, even if this theory is right, I'm always gonna see a Luffy. Look at Luffy as Monkey D Luffy, because that's the respect I have for this GOAT of a character. Yes, Luffy is the GOAT. That is, no one can deny that. But leave your thoughts in the comment section. What are your thoughts on this crazy speculation I have? I thought I'd just discuss it because it was in my mind. I thought I'd discuss it and see what you guys think. I want to see your guys' speculation. People are always like, oh, stop speculating, stop speculating. Put your speculation in the comment section and see if you see in a couple years how crazy you looked or how smart you looked. Like, honestly, it's such a fun thing to do. I don't know why people hate that. It's so fun to speculate. Like and share if you enjoy. Like and share only if you enjoy. Subscribe for more One Piece content. I'm the Legend Mac, and I'm gone.